BUSS2 formulas. These are the formulas that you need for your BUSS2 Business Studies exam, specifically with the AQA specification, but you may need to use it for other exams that you're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all the key formulas that you need to learn. Now, I'm going to show you all the formulas that will be on the exam. These are from all different sections you may have studied, different functional areas. However, you may want to do this in different ways. So, for example, some of you may want to look at the formulas and write them down, maybe a written technique. Some of you may want to say them out loud, speak them, repeat them. Some of you may just want to purely visually memorise them and pause it as you go along. That's not a problem. However you want to do it is perfectly fine. When we've shown you the formulas, though, what we're going to do then is a little activity where I want you to get rid of anything you may have written down. And I'm going to ask you to try and recall these formulas from memory and see how many you can actually remember. And then we'll play a little game. We'll see if we can improve the other techniques we're going to use. So let's start straight away. Let's look at our first formula. Okay, the gross profit margin. So the gross profit margin is calculated from our gross profit divided by our revenue times 100. Our net profit margin is our next formula. We calculate this very simply, our net profit divided by our revenue times 100. Our ROCE, or return on capital employed. Again, another percentage. It's our net profit divided by our capital employed. Remember, that's the amount of money we invest. Capital employed. Capital being another word for money. Times 100. Labour productivity. This is our total output divided by our number of workers in the workplace. And it tells us how productive we are. How many units does each worker produce? Labour turnover. This is another percentage. This works out what percent of our workforce are leaving us. So it's the number of workers leaving divided by the total number of workers in the factory times 100. Capacity utilisation. This again is another percent. It's our actual level of output divided by our maximum level of output and times 100. And last but not least, our price elasticity of demand, our PED. This is our percentage change in the quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. Okay, now what we're going to do is I want to see how many you can remember. So get rid of any formulas written down, get a blank piece of paper, or maybe do it on your screen, whatever you want, and try and write down the formulas for each of the following. So the gross profit margin, the net profit margin, the ROCE, the labour productivity, labour turnover, capacity utilisation, and your PED. You may want to pause the video while you do this. Okay, see how many you got right. Go back and check them against the answers that we had at the start of the video. Hopefully you got them all right. You maybe got 7 out of 7. If you didn't, what you should do now is loop back to the video again, watch it from the start, and then when you get to the same point again, cover it up and try and write out all 7 again. Don't take a shortcut. Try and do the ones you know as well, so you're not just pushing out knowledge again. A bit of repetition. So try and improve your score. And keep doing that until you get all 7 correct. Again, you may want to pause the video now and go back to the start to do this, but trust me, perseverance will mean that you can remember these formulas and they will come in really, really handy in your exam. Okay, that now means you should be able to do 7 formulas from your exam. You should be perfectly fine. Hopefully you can go into the exam, you can get your numerical questions correct, and more importantly, you can use these formulas to help build your answers for your long answered questions. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter or via the YouTube channel, or you can now sign up to our newsletter that comes out via our Be the Business Bee website. We've also got some useful resources on there that may help you to pass your exams or get involved more in business. So check us out, bebusinessbee.co.uk.